Welcome to levelupyourgame.net. Me, Disrepute. On my own at the moment. Denmark versus Sweden, ESL Country Championship. Semi-final. So we're going to go deep inside to start off with. Let's have a look at the teams quickly. Nightop, ZLC, Juvenile and Exu for Denmark. For Sweden, Dibby, Canin, Puri and Sparty. So no Viam for Denmark, who you would normally expect to be a first team player, but otherwise pretty strong lineups for both teams. I'd have to say Sweden are probably the favourites, but some impressive performances by Denmark, and in particular, of course, Juvenile. Deep inside, I would imagine is Sweden's map pick. I wouldn't be 100% sure, but it's more than likely it is that. Whereas I can imagine Denmark might have picked Purgatory. We'll have to wait and see, because I'm a little bit late. Just waiting for the players to ready up. Just came in the door, just in time, eh?
Excellent. Prepare your team. 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Starting off with Exu, getting that rocket launcher, and looks like the upper yellow pretty easy. Looks like his team have taken control of the bridge quad area,
Red leads.
which I would imagine is going to be their primary. And usually you'll see teams just settle this side, lock it down for the quad, so we'll have to await some kind of Swedish attack perhaps. Quad could have spawned already 30 seconds in. It hasn't yet. So we'll have to see if Sweden are going to attack. Well, they've come in behind the quad area. In fact, we could see Denmark weren't really set up that well at the quad area. Nice rocket from Dibby before going down. Exu picking up that rocket launcher though, and that was a nice rocket. It's going to be a late quad though, which kind of saves Denmark's bacon there. And Nightops takes it. Look at that mega stack. Shotgun in hand. Sparty, good rocket. Puts him down to pretty close to spawn health. And don't want to wait around for that red armor. 15 seconds there. You'd waste the whole of quad doing that. LG isn't up. Sort of lost as to what to really do here. Although he's caught Dibby straight in the face with that shotgun. Only 39 health though, going up the bounce pad back to quad. It is secure for Denmark. They take a 10-4 lead, 1 minute 30 seconds in. So slow start between the two teams. Still following Nightops. Have a look at some of his stats after that. Well, he's only had shotgun it seems, waiting on this mega. Let's see what he does after that pickup. Well, I thought he was going to go aggressive on red. I guess he has to defend the bridge area though for the start. Sounded like he was going to need some ammo. Making his way towards that. Actually works out well with the dodging, and Dibby goes down. Almost baited in there by the machine gun. I'm going to cycle around see what's going on the rest of the map. ZLC direct rocket into Canin's face. He was searching for the health there. 40 seconds until quad. In fact, Denmark are in a magical position here. Probably taking a lot of shaft damage. Sparty with that shotgun. In fact, he's going to get 2 frags here. ZLC, brilliant work from him. Looking for the spawn kill. Rocket was up just behind him, if you noticed, but moving to quad. 25 seconds ahead of time. Oh, probably wanted to protect that LG, but lost that now for his team. Not too big of a mistake though, because he didn't actually drop it, and that's following Sparty though. He is absolutely tanked to the brim. Got a lot of ammo as well with his shotgun. Can work his way into quad. 5 seconds to go until that spawns. ZLC, oh, he's taking heavy damage to Sparty's shotgun. Great dodging from the Swede as well. Look at this bounce. Oh, knocked off the quad. Great attack though by Sweden, but Juvenile defends it. Great railing. What else would we expect from Juvenile? Let's have a look at some of his stats. 55% rail, 43. Well, he's just Dropped off his weapon for a teammate. No one would pick it up. He didn't give it away to an enemy, but they did lose that rail pick. Of course, they are controlling rail side, so maybe not too big of a loss. Now on Puri's point of view, controlling this bridge with a shotgun, or trying his best to anyway. Down to 18 health, surely going to get machine gun down. Oh, escapes with 14 health. He's going to have to back off. Does have an LG though, shotgun as well, but only 1 ammo in that. There's an ammo crate there, and in fact he's moved all the way around for this red armor. 62% rail there for Puri. Get a rail in his hand. Night Elf's coming out on top, 3 health. Mega health picked up. Moving on to the bridge, just taking out cannon, and Denmark still in control really of this key position. Although actually no, maybe not. I'm going to have a look at the scoreboard quickly and look at some of the pings they got as well. Not too variable range overall, close to 30 ping for each team, so relatively low ping compared to what we see most teams play with nowadays. Spardy on the bridge now has a lightning gun for a teammate waiting there. It's going to disappear if no one turns up soon. I think he's just going to have to pick it in a second. He waits for a teammate, calls him up. And the upper yellow. And we've seen Sparty do this previous games, how he'll just control the yellows for Sweden, but at the moment I think he's having to push a little bit further out into the map because the rest of his team are not doing so well as they have done in previous games, but now Sweden seem like they got control of this quad area. Rail shots coming in. Oh my god, Sparty down to 5 health. Juvenile just needed to pull out machine gun, but the rail from Night Ops takes out the quad. Anyway, it's eliminated, and Denmark are still in the lead. And who would have thought that?
Yeah, who'd have thought that?
Who would have? Welcome Vor to the broadcast. Head in, Vorpa.
Yeah, good. Too late, it looks like.
Missed the first quarter of the first map, Vor.
Well, who are we following this?
We're following Night Ops at the moment. He's gonna drop down for this mega, uncontested at the moment by the Swedes. Actually, I don't think we've seen them get too many megas at all. No, it's 9-1 on the mega pickups. Haven't seen Sweden commit anybody to it. And at the moment, Denmark have just remained in control of this rail side of the map.
Yeah, and if they're playing this position, it is so important that they've taken so many of those megas that it's really working for them, judging by the score.
It's something we just keep catching a glimpse of, is Swedish players attacking on their own. And in previous matches we've seen Sweden very well coordinated. Not as well as some other teams, I would say. They definitely use their star player power a little bit more than perhaps, say, Finland might.
Denmark have a time on this red as well. Juvenile got the previous one. I don't know if he's going to go back for the next. He's not going to, but to be playing the quad and the rail, having such good control of the mega and stealing reds as well, you can see from the stats that only a difference of 1 in the red pickups in Sweden's favour, so Denmark playing
looks like it's
really
going to be
well.
a bridge attack as we switch around to Dibby going up the bounce pad. It was actually a well-timed bounce pad attack because the rail shots had to come in and just took out the guy without the weapons. Puri. Oh my god, Exu, brilliant rails. Takes out Cannon, knocks him off as well because he jumped, and it's an easy frag. In fact, they're still fighting over this quad as it sits up on the spot. Dibby just grabbing that yellow in front of Juvenile. That could really save them. Or could it?
He's only made 2 frags, and I think a lot of his Sweden's players, they died at the quad as well, so they have to hope they got good spawns if they want to take quad out.
I have to say, I thought it was a decent attack on bridge, but Denmark just hit every shot, and sometimes you just can't do anything against that.
And this is perfect place for Juvenile to finish his quad run.
Look at this excellent play from Juvenile. It's what we expect from him, though, isn't it? 31 frags ahead. Denmark. Could they be on their way to the final over Sweden?
I'm assuming Sweden, they picked this map, didn't they?
I don't know. I turned up late because I thought the game was in an hour's time, but I just got home. So I don't actually know the map picks, but I would presume so, and I would... My gambit would be on Denmark having picked Purgatory. What would you say?
Or Purgatory or DM20.
Ah, DM20, good point, yeah. Hidden Fortress, that is.
We'll have to see.
Still
we're both late.
Following Juvenile hits his 10th impressive at 8 minutes for.
Yeah, that's quite remarkable. I mean, this is a map where you often see people rail extremely well, but 10 impressives already, that's something else.
Is it because Sweden just aren't pushing out enough and putting pressure on this bridge area? There just seem to be every Danish player has a rail at all times.
Yeah, from what I've seen, you know, getting here late, in 3 minutes I've been here, I can't recall an attack on bridge that wasn't at quad time, and, you know, you're going up against 4 railers, potentially, who, if they're in good positions, they're going to just totally push your attack back.
Right, I've cycled around. I'm going to stay with Puri. It's 5 seconds till red, so he's going to get the last red before the quad. He's then going to have 8 seconds to get to the quad, so he's going to make
Only
that.
a rocket launcher to work with, though.
Should easily make it to the area in time. It's just whether he can get in there. Look at those 3 players firing him straight away, and Juvenile gets the quad, escapes for the health. He could get caught out here, though, by Sparty's rockets. No, too good at dodging by the Dane. Might want to get that 25 health. Probably would have got a call from Sparty that he might take that route, so intelligent play to go a different way. In fact, he could catch out Sparty coming to the quad area, but Sparty hit a good shotgun there. That could cost the quad. Oh my god, no! Pretty unfortunate. Good dodging initially, just...
He just soaked up all that health as well, so Cannon, very weak now.
Yeah, it's followed Cannon for a little while because he's been absolutely dominant in their previous matches in this position in the red. Now, it is worth mentioning that, in reality, I don't think Sweden have actually been tested too hard this tournament. Especially as...
Well, their strongest test would have probably come in the shape of Finland, who they managed to dominate on this map, but not a strong map for Finland either, so couldn't take too much from it. They did have a close game with Finland on Finland's map pick, which was Dreadful Place. Yeah. So that is the sternest test they faced, and Denmark causing so many problems for them at the moment.
ZLC's point of view at the moment on this bridge area. We
ZLC, ridiculous game he's having. 30 frags, he's got 19 net. That's amazing play from him, but Dibby on the other hand, 7 frags, minus 23 net.
3 of their players have 4,000 damage at 10 minutes. That would
I think that's probably railing.
Yeah, that would set them up. I mean, if they carried on to, you know, 8+K, and if that was 3 players with that on this map, that would be an incredibly high amount of damage. So you wouldn't say this is necessarily a massive damage map, would you? But anyway, coming up to quad in 5 seconds time, Cannon is in position at the moment. Good first rocket, can defend it with a shaft as well. Sparty diving in for the quad glory. Easy
Lucky
frag.
that Cannon didn't hit the mid-air rocket on Sparty then. That would have really just rounded off a terrible round for Sweden so far.
Oh, that rail just coming in, and Exit could almost finish him off. The health's being mopped up. The machine gun could do it. 1 health. There, the 2 25s. He desperately dives towards them, and well, that's a quad run there. He got 2 frags, but really didn't achieve anything.
Well,
maybe the red. Maybe they have control of that.
Yeah, he secured red. Well, I think Dibby stayed at the red, so that is something at least.
There you go. He's going to get a mega as well. So, see if he's going to push onto bridge with effectively spawn health. 3rd mega of the game, that was 17 for Denmark. There you go, they've lost red though. Let's have a look at the red pickups. 10 to 15, and considering Sweden have been there the whole time, only having 5 more pickups, not that impressive. What is impressive actually is their yellow pickup, Sweden, which, as we've noticed in previous matches, definitely Sparty's role on the map.
They're getting a lot of yellows but can you really say that it's helping them?
Well, by this score, I mean, this is a map winnable score at present. Sweden are going to have to start bringing it back. Scores do not switch around that fast against the top teams in Quake Live, generally speaking. But this is Sweden we're talking about, so pretty much nations champions every year, or everyone they're competing.
Champions of the ENC, but what about the other nations events? I don't think they were in Quake Live at least, were they? Oh yeah, true, exactly.
Quad coming up in 10 seconds. Denmark approaching 100 frags. Looks like they might actually get it just before the quad spawns. They do. Look at the rails for.
There is time.
59% for Exu. Well, they did a lot of damage there. Juvenile, great play from him. You've got to be careful of the spawner.
There was a spawner in there, so...
Such an intelligent player, Juvenile. Look at that, shotgun and run. No, he's missed out on the 25. No. Well, when I said intelligent, I think he just got a bit impatient.
Well, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I mean, he tried to go into the rocket launcher room to see if the health was up, but he got pushed away from there.
I mean, he could have gone up the bounce pad up to quad and got their 25s, and the 25 just spawned in the corridor to the middle room where he ran from as he left, so just kind of unfortunate there, but it was actually really good dodging and play to survive that long with it. So
he didn't exactly have a lot of guns either. I mean, throwing away his life hasn't really cost anything. You know, he was trying to get the frags and hasn't really lost anything by dying on that quad.
Still following Juvenile. Great plasma, absolutely sublime there. Did a hell of a lot of damage defending that bridge area, and it just means he could just back off, stack up, move back in, and they should be weak. Although there's multiple Swedes there. Great rocket. Health stolen right in front of him. Good play from Dibby there.
It was very aggressive by Dibby as well. I mean, fortunate, I think, to get the kill in a lot of ways then. So it looks like Sweden really are going aggressive, trying to bring this frag difference back.
I think they're going to have to. I mean, it's just under 30 frags. They have actually brought it back a little bit. But there's only 3 quads remaining, the next of which is in 15 seconds time. Spardy spawning at the red. It's up in 9 seconds. It's too close to the quad time to pick it before he goes. Spardy's taking a lot of damage. He's going to go down easily. But Denmark look like they might be out of position for this quad. They're going to have to make a rush. And it's a Puri, a stacked Puri with it. He's now got a shotgun as well. Don't think he actually got the frag for that shotgun, but there's the first frag of this quad run.
And the score difference is down to 27 now. I mean, we saw 10 minutes ago that it was, well, not 10 minutes, but 5 or 6 minutes ago it was up at 40. So the game is coming back towards Sweden, and this quad run, with 3 frags already, certainly helping things.
Controlled red, hasn't lost any of his armour, so a teammate was able to take the red. That means 2 potentially stacked players for Sweden control of the area that Denmark have taken control of for the map.
Very doing the right thing now, making sure they've got control of red as well.
This is it. This is their chance to really bring it back here. Denmark are in a terrible position at the moment. They don't have their primary area or the other secondary area, I guess you'd call it, the red armor. Look at those rockets from Juvenile!
Oh, wow.
I think Puri could have been a little bit more cautious there when he spotted Juvenile, but
still good rockets.
Great rockets, still great rockets.
Take someone out who was that stacked.
He was basically perfect. Oh no, gives away the shaft to Dibby.
Excellent.
See what he can do with it. He's in 31% at the moment, 78 rail. I'd imagine the rail stats across the server are pretty sublime at the moment, judging by just the few ones we've seen. So there's that Juvenile hitting 7.2k damage, backed up by his team by 6,000 and a 5,000, well, another 6 basically. Sweden nowhere near those damage stats. But they are slowly bringing it back here. And with 2 quads remaining,
Denmark have at least, I think, kind of resecured the red armor. But Juvenile's just died there, so that's allowed Cannon to get the last red before quad.
I mean, this is time to have a really good quad run as well and bring it back, and then you can maybe do it on the final one. I mean, it's 21 frag difference. Sweden just about to hit that century. Still haven't quite done it yet, but Cannon stacked. Oh my god, wow. Absolutely annihilated! That is unbelievable.
Yeah, he paid no attention to the 2 people coming up bounce pad. It's like he thought, alright, my team's going to deal with that. Didn't happen at all. That
was a sublime attack from Denmark, but yeah, you have to question Sweden's defence there, really, don't you? Amazing.
Excellent.
That could have won them the map, really. I mean, it was that important, that quad. He was 100 when he picked it as well. For incredible. But Puri now, following his point of view, he stacks up on a yellow and then a red. Palms off a weapon to a teammate. He's got plenty of weapons left in his...
And the frag difference is down to 17, 16.
Still more than doable. I mean, I'd be worried if I was Denmark now. Very worried.
Yeah, they've nearly thrown away a huge lead, and 14 frags is still a lot. Still defendable for Denmark, but they have to be slightly nervous now.
Just remember, this is ESL Country Championship semi-final. The winner goes into the grand final. There's no lower bracket, so the loser will just go into third place playoff. And Denmark look like they do have secure this red armor, though Night Ops drops off. Kind of a bad time, actually.
Yeah, just as someone attacked. Oh, but hit a good rail there, and another good rail.
Yeah, and they're actually going to get the red.
Yeah,
so.
that will exactly. That will allow them to defend this. So final red before quad is theirs. And now they don't even necessarily need a quad run. All they need to do is not allow Sweden to get one.
We see that.
That'll secure the game.
Puri went down. Dibby has only got 30 health. I'm going to cycle away from him. Actually, Cannon attacking. He takes a rail shot. He had the armor. Only 66 health. Now he can go down easily. Look at that plasma from Juvenile. Beasted him. Switch to X's point of view, who is in position. In fact, he's going to pick up the quad. Which should surely secure it, yeah.
Yeah, well played, Denmark. That's Sweden's first map loss of the tournament.
Incredible play throughout the map. Aim-wise, Denmark have been exemplary, especially. I just felt, I mean, Sweden have just been a bit... I don't know.
I don't know if what you can put it down to. Was it necessarily a bad start for Sweden, or were Denmark just playing
Denmark
that well?
did get a very good start, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Sweden have managed to bring the game back. It was a, what, 40-plus frag lead at the halfway point?
For me, Sweden were a little bit too defensive too early on. They didn't bring the score back soon enough, really. They let it just expand out, and I mean that's what you're forced to, though, by the other team sometimes, so it's not as simple as the way I'm describing it. Be back in a second. Okay, let's just get the players on there.
So there you go. I was right this. Denmark must have picked DM20.
Denmark pick Hidden Fortress. Well, Vor, I mean, I'm going to predict a 2-0 for Denmark.
Well, yeah, Denmark, we've seen how strong they are in this map after they demolished Russia, which wasn't necessarily unexpected that they could beat Russia on this map, but in the manner that they beat them, that was unexpected. Sweden must be slightly concerned here that they could be heading out before the final 2-0 to Denmark.
Anything but a final is surely a failure for a country like Sweden as well. I mean, they expect so much in Sweden.
They don't have the big names, maybe like Tox and Fox, which would have been available in the past, but this team is still certainly extremely strong, and many people's pick before the tournament started to be the winner.
They were the seed #1, so... And I wouldn't say Denmark were seeded that as high as some other teams. Obviously, France versus the UK, the other semi-final, is to come... I believe it's going to be scheduled for Monday now, Vol.
Right. I mean, were they even second seed in their group? I mean, they were in the group with France and Germany. Were Germany seeded ahead of them?
I actually think Denmark were seeded ahead of
Germany,
if I remember rightly. But they were in probably one of the most difficult groups. Did come through. They did lose to France. Just remember that.
Although Juvenile did not play in that game.
But it would, I think it would be a bit of an upset for Denmark to get to the final, but at the same time, not really a surprise. They do have a great team play. They're all very active, skillful players of a high caliber.
It's more of a surprise if you don't really know much about Quake Live TDM. You know and follow Quake Live, then you should be aware of how good Denmark are as a team and the star power they have in someone like Juvenile, who, you know, as far as online performance goes, he's up there with the absolute best players in the scene.
did play at DreamHack Juvenile. As did Dibby and Puri and Sparty. Lan
And ZLC.
proven pro. Oh yeah, ZLC did. You're right. So for Hidden Fortress, potentially another decider on this great map.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
Important off the spawn. Puri gets the plasma spawn. He's gonna get in on this yellow LG.
Already nice start for Puri at least, and a good start for
5-0.
Sweden. 5-0, yeah. Sparty had the first rail as well, so having the first lightning gun and first rail, you can't ask for a better start, although Puri has given away that lightning gun.
Sort of in a nothing position though. Xu's going to have to back off with that.
But he
They
can give
gives
it away,
to
though.
Juvenile.
That's exactly the sort of thing you
Switch
should do.
to Juvenile, who he did get the red pickup ahead. He's got a rocket launcher and rail. And it looks like he's in a great position for quad. Of course, could have already spawned. No one was particularly ready for it. But there's Juvenile picking it up. Don't know why he didn't just keep that sharp. What? He saw the play. He just went a bit aggressive there. Probably did hell of a lot of damage, but he's going to get the red. He did get the previous one, so he knew the time of it. His teammate secured it as well. Watch behind you! Sparty.
Well, direct nade didn't help.
Sparty doing a lot of damage with the plasma there. Puri getting the frag in the end with the machine gun. I'm going to... Well, I might as well stay on him for now. He's going to attack Nightops and maybe wait for this Mega. See what Puri does, whether he's going to stick in that yellow. He's
Well,
lost
already
position.
lost position, yeah.
Got to be
Hear
careful.
someone was above
Staircase.
him.
If they've got a weapon. Well, it's a rail, but Juvenile missed it. He's really getting the back yellow now. So I'm going to cycle away from him to someone more in the centre of the battle. The ZLC's point of view we're on now. With the lightning gun.
Well, this is strong work from both teams on this red, but Sweden kind of came out on top there, and even if... Well, it's about to spawn, so Cannon should take it. And this is what Sweden are going to have to do all game, I think, because if they can't keep that rail away from someone as strong with rail as Juvenile is, then they're going to struggle. And if they can get those reds, they should be in a good position to be able to win the lightning gun yellow route.
Yeah, so the keys on this map, we're saying the lightning gun yellow control that, but the rail and the red, and especially against Denmark.
Yeah.
The rail. There you go, Juvenile, yeah.
That rail is allowing him to win back this room for his team. But even though he's missing them, he's already done what he needed to do.
So Juvenile in position for this next yellow pickup, defends it effectively there, hitting that one rail. I mean, they basically can't move in once you've been railed.
No.
Mega's going to be up in a second. They don't know the time of it, presumably.
He's
8
going
seconds
to
till
red
quad.
though, so no time.
Oh, he's getting shotgun in the back by Sparty. Good position, but they're going to miss out on the quad. It looks like... Oh, Xu missed the actual gun, but he's going to get the pickup. That's really cost him. Oh, wow. What's it? He really should
I
have
wouldn't have
run away
taken
there.
that fight.
Yeah. It was all down, actually, to him missing the pickup of the shotgun before he turned back to go and get the quad. Just missing it by an inch, but it doesn't really matter too much at the moment because it looks like they have the yellow control, which is usually the area you would gain control of with the quad.
Teams are tied.
Yeah, I mean, you could see on the quad run that he could see at least 3 of the Swedes, and they weren't in the yellow LG room, so he could have just taken his time more and maybe gone through the Mega, because it did seem like his team would already had control, and he could have maybe got some more frags out of that quad run, rather than 0.
Teams are tied.
Teams are tied anyway, and it's not a massively high-scoring map at the moment compared to what we can see sometimes on Hidden Fortress.
Well, I don't know, it's 70 frags in less than 4 minutes.
Now Sweden do control this upper yellow room. Could be ripe to stack with Cannon. I'm going to switch away from him though. From Puri's point of view, in fact, now right on top of that railgun position. So you're setting up a strategy to beat Denmark on this map of war. What are you going to do?
Get all rails.
All rails? Is it as simple as that?
Yeah. I mean, if you control the rail, you should control the red, and then using those, you can also control lightning gun yellow. I mean, it sounds really obvious and simple. It's obviously not like that when you're playing, but I would focus a lot on making sure they get as many rails as possible, especially against Denmark. And you have to identify the strength of your opponents and try and cut it out as much as possible.
I think Puri just destroyed the entire Danish team there with his stack from Mega, and Dibby just comes in, cruises in with an armor stack, taking that quad, doesn't actually get the frag there. No, doesn't even still have a... well, he has one frag. Oh my god, almost got taken out by Juvenile's shaft, but giving the quad a lightning gun, maybe not the best idea. We'll see how he rounds off the end of this run. Not too many frags, but they do get control of...
You said it's not a good idea to give the quad a lightning gun.
I did.
Oh, did it get dropped or something? I didn't
Yeah,
see
Juvenile.
I was watching other people. I thought you were saying like his teammates gave him one or something.
No,
wasn't a good idea.
No, come on. I ain't from Loughborough. Puri picking up that Mega again. Presumably had time on it since that quad pickup. Let's have a look at the 8-2 on the Mega pickups there. Denmark with more reds, but look at the yellows. It's quite a significant advantage for Sweden.
Yeah, I mean, Puri's pushed out now and he's doing a lot of damage. There's no red coming up anytime soon, so got a long time to fight here.
Oh, that was good work from Puri. Look, he's left. Pretty much the only player left for ZLC with 50 health. He did even steal their rail, but they lost LG.
I mean, what I was saying about the timing of his attack, you know, pushing out towards the red, there wasn't actually going to be a red up for him to take, so you know, really, he didn't actually really gain much. He did a lot of damage, but he made one kill and was killed himself without taking any items.
Around Cannon looking like he's trying to rush in with nothing, so gives away a frag. 3 frags the difference. It's so close still. 10 seconds to go until the quad ZLC with the Mega pickup. He's got lightning gun, bit of armor as well. Nightops has some kind of stack as well.
I don't know why he's...
Oh no! He's been messing around too long there. Almost gets caught out. In fact, Puri does steal that quad in front of them, and...
yeah, it's strange why ZLC does sit at that telly. I mean, Juvenile was already sitting there with a pummel.
Yeah, I think he was trying to give him the weapon, but I think he must have been standing just on the step so it wouldn't actually drop.
So little time to go before quad. You kind of think
just ignore Juvenile, just run past, get in the quad, win it, give Juvenile a weapon on your way to a 30 frag quad run. Doesn't really have any effect though. I mean, still close scoreline, 2 frags the difference. Sweden just ahead. You have to say this could come down to just like a quad run.
Well, once this close, sure.
Oh my god, nice grenade from Spy.
I still think Denmark are in slight front foot here. I mean, Sweden has such a good start. Denmark have kept it even. So I think that bodes much better for Denmark than Sweden.
Still following ZLC, and he stood on this red the entire time, in fact. Exu eventually grabs it, the switch round to his point of view with the stack. Oh, he thought he had position to move up the stairs then, I think. Just survives, but look, that armor is all gone. Have a weapon, please. Juvenile, my good mate. Let's switch to Juvenile point of view. Good shotgun work. You can see where they get a lot of frags, just sitting on that red, shotgunning up as the Swedes jump over.
Missing his rails.
Yeah, let's have a look at his stats at the moment. 43%.
He'll hope to raise that by the end of the game because it's quite low for him. Normally expects him hitting like mid-50s with close to 20 impressives. That would be pretty standard for Juvenile.
3 impressives. Remember, he had 10 impressives at this stage on the previous map, and I'd say this is a more rail-dominant map. So
yeah, so that possibly suggests that either his teammates haven't been giving him the rail, or but Sweden have done a good job keeping the rail away from him.
So it's going to be a quad to Denmark, unchallenged this time. Super Juve going to get it again. And with a rail. Doesn't decide to go for that shotgun. Is he going to pressure on the yellow? Now Puri goes down. Just dropped straight off for the yellow. That was intelligent play. In case he had missed the shot, he was ready to just jump off. Another couple of frags. Look at this. This is brilliant. Brilliant. Whoa!
Maybe I don't know if he knew the time of red. You know, if you're being picky, he could have waited for the red before attacking the back yellow.
I mean, I would always say when you're attacking that yellow room, you need teammates to attack it at the same time, because going in as one target, you're generally going to be easy pickings, no matter how stacked you are. But I mean, he was pretty unfortunate there. He almost caught Dibby out. If he just hit the
they had a
rocket...
rocket launcher in there to defend, and you know, we often say that rocket launcher is one of the best weapons for defending lightning gun yellow, but it's not always a weapon you have in there, so almost unfortunate in a way that Juvenile had to go up against one.
Following Sparty, who does pick up the railgun. The next one's going to be around 24, I think. Which we'll have to see around that area if any of the Swedes know the time now. I'm going to move in on it. Denmark shouldn't really have an idea. Although I don't know the order in which the last rails were picked up. Let's have a look at the scoreboard quickly. Juvenile 6k damage. That is ahead of everybody.
Well, those quad rails that he hit on his previous run certainly boosted that up a bit.
Denmark 2 Reds advantage. They're actually down by 10 yellow pickups and 11 mega pickups. So Sweden vastly out stacking them at the moment. The quad difference, you know, it's only 6 seconds extra for Denmark.
Yeah, this is why I think Denmark will be fairly happy so far, even though they're losing. You know, we've seen that Sweden have had the better of the items, but the score is still so close. So Denmark will feel, you know, just a bit of luck on the items, spawning at the right times when they're fighting over them, then they can turn this around easily.
Smarty did support his team there, picking up the red rail position.
Not the weapon to drop to Juvenile.
Of all the people. Here we go. Come on, Juvenile. Let's see those rails. One
already.
Another. Yeah, there we go. Oh, missed it, and he's got caught out. In fact, he's dropped the rail right back to Sweden. Denmark, well, we don't know really what point of view, but Dibby, stacked player. He's going to go back for that back yellow. Sounded like a rail was actually shot at him. Again, I think a few rails were shot at him. None actually made contact. And look at that 200 armor. I don't see how we can die unless a rocket, really.
Well, he took a lot of damage there from that fight.
Oh my god! A nade as well. It seems like Dibby Squadron's just kind of takes a lot of damage, just rather unfortunately. Oh, nice frag. Can he get one more? Just a split second too late on the shotgun, pulling the trigger. But good quad run in the end.
And in there, nearly planting a rocket onto Dibby.
That's just built up. It's the biggest advantage since we saw at the start of the map for Sweden. With that quad.
Yeah, we've seen that Sweden really, they've dominated Lightning Gun Yellow so far this map. And I know that Denmark, they are more interested in having the rail and the red, but Sweden are getting more reds as well, and they're succeeding so far in keeping Juvenile away from the rails. He hasn't had as many rails as he's used to having so far on this map.
Dibby, see, is getting that back yellow time and time again.
Yeah, and the route he's running, with the amount of health and armor he has, you know, it's hard to actually knock him off that without a gun. You know.
I mean, he's really utilising that armour to support himself and his team getting the red. Juvenile did just steal it, switch round to Juvenile point of view. Again, I know I'm a bit Juvenile heavy pov today.
Well, switch to the person who's got the armour, they should be making something happen.
Decides to drop off 18 seconds before quad was probably fine. Take a lot of damage though, getting that frag. Exu's point of view now. Oh my god, amazing frag.
And this should be a
frag
quad,
that.
but no one's got in the front way in. ZLC now.
Zufanal's gonna get it. Here we go. Can he do a run? Almost pummeled. Oh my god, could catch two of them out here. Gets one in the end. Did a lot of damage.
Knows there's someone above him.
Stairs, careful. Oh my god, 16 health. Juvenile does it. He saves the health as well. Cannon just rushing in with that rocket.
But good quad run still. Even though it was cut short, still made a lot of frags.
I think they can still secure this yellow as well. Yeah, it looks like they've got position, so... Oh, I'm surprised Exu didn't pick up that rail, actually, before he...
I'm surprised he didn't get hit by that rail either. It's like it went through him.
Here we go, there's that yellow. Wants to make his way and grab that, and then he can secure this room properly. LG,
well, he needs to be careful.
He's dreaming for that LG to spawn up. He'll be up in a second, and it looks like he has actually secured this room, so... Nice advantage for Denmark. I'm going to see if he moves out now. Or if he sticks in here, I'm going to switch around, I think. Sparty coming in to attack. Looks like maybe Sweden are mounting an attack.
Wow, his Spy did so much damage coming up that staircase. Normally so hard to attack.
Brilliant by Exu. Really controlled frag there.
Notice how none of his team
Get the
come to
shotgun.
support
What's
him
he
though.
doing?
So it really illustrates that Denmark are more concerned about.
Why
the
didn't he
red rail.
pick up the shotgun? I mean, he's just given it to a teammate. His team are the other side of the map. I don't understand why players do that sometimes. So he's basically had to back off, lost the yellow ring. I mean, it's not massively important, perhaps, at this
But
stage.
they're not bothered, I don't think.
Yeah.
They're more interested in
Yeah,
securing these rails.
getting a couple of frags here. They are actually 10 frags in advantage now, Denmark. And really, the basis was that quad run. And we're back on the quad carrier of the previous spawn. Juvenile's point of view.
His teammates were arriving, so... Oh wow, Puri rail from behind.
Oh, double rail! Ka-ching!
That looks so certain to be a Denmark quad.
And here we go, Sparty. Again, nobody with any real armour on these quad runs. You can tell how much combat's going on in that middle area. Back yellow's up! Sparty's got to be careful going in here. Juvenile taken out rail. It's really important actually he had the rail with this quad run. This is... Oh my god, 5 frags now.
Excellent.
Brilliant quad run, bringing Sweden right back into it. Will he get more? No, it runs out of ammo. Although Juvenile just sacrifices himself by going through that teleporter. We have 2 quads remaining on the map. We've got 4 minutes 30 seconds. And Denmark are just ahead by 4 frags. Still could go either way, though.
Yeah, it could. It's still so tight. Even though Sweden, they have had the better of that lightning gun yellow ring for most of this game. The game is still so tight just because of how many players Denmark commit to this red and rail.
Puri moving out, taking advantage of that lightning gun yellow this time, and that's really what you need to do against a team that's so heavy on red. You can't be standing in that yellow room doing nothing. You need to be using it, but as soon as they move out, there you go, ZLC diving in, picking up the LG spawn. Got to be sharp on the times of the items.
Teams are tied.
Upper yellow is up, and ZLC rewards himself with the item, misses out on the mega. Didn't actually see it spawn, I don't think, because it's so perfectly timed by the Swedish
No,
player.
I think he's still expecting it to come up, or he thinks there's someone still down there.
Going to cycle away, going to switch round. Nobody's really got anything. Puri waiting on rail. Let's stay with him then, because red might be up. Well, he's missed out on the rail. Exu stealing it. Don't switch to it, mate. Sounded like he went for a shot there. ZLC point of view. We're back on him again. 5 seconds before the quad. He's been pushed away by Cannon's rocket defense. Good work from him. Will he be securing his team this quad for the map? Yes, Sparty picks it. Night Up's a lot of damage. Juvenile, a little bit of damage with the shotgun. Not quite enough. ZLC can take him out. Only 8 health. Oh my god, he's already got 3 frags on the quad run though. He's missed out on the mega. This is a really dangerous route as a result. The 25's not up. There's the 50. Look at him stretching. Does get it. And he's got a rail. And we saw how good he was in the quad run with the rail. He's got another rail. Stacks up 15 ammo now to do some real damage. Well, 1 quad remaining. They've just extended the lead. 8 frags advantage. It's surely going to still go down to the last quad, but could it be Sweden just stepping up a gear, bringing it back, take it to a 3rd map?
Well, they've had no choice, and they're certainly putting in a performance that could just edge them onto this 3rd map, but it's still very close.
Frags. Make that 6 panic in the frag there. His first impressive of the map. It looks like he's been dominating with rail throughout though.
Excellent.
Second impressive, 52%. And ZLC going down. Why didn't Cannon have a rail earlier on? What the hell? Exu surely going to get the frag though. He goes down himself though. Machine guns, machine guns, machine guns.
You know, despite Cannon hitting all those rails though, the score's actually closed in.
4 frags, the difference, and well, Night Ops has just swanned into this upper yellow and just rewarded himself with it. Thank you very much, mate. He's got all the resources for.
Really wants to wait for this lightning gun, but he's in 2 minds whether or not he needs to go to quad already.
Yeah, he needed to wait for that, and he can get a few shards as well. He's really tanked. He doesn't want to take too much damage here. Going through, unfortunate spawn there. That really absolutely messed up everything for him there. that spawn. He should have just used a rocket. That he had a rocket on shit. Curry picks it. Night Ops takes out the quad. Dibby avenges before ZLC, and it could go either way into this final minute now. Sweden's still just ahead, but it's only, well, still 3 frag difference, 2 frag difference. Denmark just behind. Sweden must be a little bit worried at this point, considering they can't afford to lose this match.
Oh, and Denmark, they just took control of the yellow lightning gun.
Look at this, 1 frag difference. We're still following ZLC. The frags aren't coming his way, though, and even though he's got a bit of armor here, 3 Swedish players. Oh my god, this could secure it. Just stealing the red, but oh, they're in terrible position, Sweden. 30 seconds before. They haven't got anything by the looks of things.
No, I don't think they've got many weapons to work with at all. I don't think there's any rails on the map.
Point. He has got low health. He's got armor, shotgun, searching for frags underneath. I don't think they can do this. It's going to have to be a team push. Don't go on your own.
I push it on your own. 20 health. I mean,
oh my god. What the hell was that? Rockets? It was, wasn't it? Oh, that's a double rail, wasn't it? But it's over.
Wow. Well, this is a major upset, you'd have to say.
12,000 damage for Juvenile. He actually took more damage than the rest of his team, interestingly. All 8,000. But look at this. Dibby 9,000. Sparty 10. It's like amazing, amazing game. And what an upset. Denmark taking it. They move through to the grand final to either meet the United Kingdom or France. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was
it's
a good
strange
map.
Looking at the item pickups. Sweden, more yellows, more megas, more quad time. But they come out a few frags short.
So what is the reason for that, Vo? Is it tactics? I mean, is it the way they played it strategically? Is it just they didn't have the technical ability, the high quality players? I mean,
Juvenile stands out with damage dealt, but part of that is he did hit a lot of quad rails, but still his damage was still well ahead of anyone on Sweden, well ahead of his own team even. But I don't know, did they perhaps not keep rail away from him enough? I mean, I commented that Juvenile had such a low amount of impressives for him at that point in the game that we. About halfway point, I think you made the comment. Is it possible that they just couldn't keep the rail away from him for the rest of the game after that?
Just waiting for all the stats to load up. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many impressives Juvenile finished with.
It's a little bit slow.
What was it? He had 3 impressives at the 8-minute mark, and I said he must have been doing a really good job of keeping it away from him.
I'm going to recruit him to my team, I have to say. He's on my dream team.
Didn't we talk about dream teams the other day? Who was yours again?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It was an interesting team.
It didn't have me in, that's all. And it didn't have any UK players, in fact. Have a look at the first map anyway. Juvenile standing out again. The damage he's dealt. 13 impressives on that first map. Of course, he had 10 at 8 minutes, so really did quite bad after that, Vo. Look at the weapons accuracy.
We saw on the first map, though, that at that halfway point, they had a big lead, and then if he didn't get many more after that, it might explain why Sweden brought the game so close.
We look at the Swedish rail percentages. 65, 67, 79, 75. 6 frags, 2 frags, 7 frags, 1 frag. Shows they had the kind of aim, but just didn't have the weapon enough. It's about a 9 frag difference in terms of the rail frags on that first map. Let's see, he's going to have to refresh to see the all-important Hidden Fortress stats.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. And, it looks like Juvenile really had a lot of rail in that final 10 minutes.
It's unbelievable how slow this is. Right, there we are. Come on. Let's have a look. So yeah, 12,000 damage for Juvenile. It's just an order of magnitude higher than anyone on his team. And then it's a lot of the Swedish players as well. I mean, Sparley up there with 10,000. He saw the quad runs he pulled out, but he still had a negative frag net. Wow. 13 impressives again for Juvenile. It's almost like he just chooses how many impressives he's going to get at the start of the map.
Yeah, but 10 of those came in the last 10 minutes.
So he swapped it around.
10 minutes that he only had 3.
Yeah, it's completely the opposite to the first map then. Let's have a look. 23 frags with Rail. I mean, it's just... Is it as simple as that then? Keep Juvenile away from Rail and you'll have a lot easier time. Puri 22 frags LG.
You could see that the times that Denmark held the lightning gun yellow, it was never Juvenile looking to get in there and get lightning guns and yellows. He's solely focused on getting hold of a rail gun and, you know, running around the map, hitting rails at all angles and causing so many problems. And Sweden, they were ahead while they were managing to curb that.
Right, so thanks for joining us on Level Up. You're going to stop the VOD now. Good night.